Welcome everybody to another episode. Tonight we have a special guest. We have a returning guest and actually a debut finally after let's see, this is Tom. One, two, three, fourth time now. So congratulations, Tom. You've been on for Vampires in Vermont. You did one for just on like Haunted Vermont in general, just because you did a book called Haunted Vermont, and I think just paranormal in general. And then we hung out last year, I think around this time, maybe more in the summer, but that was the Ghost of the Phillips War. And speaking of Cat, so he's already making his grand entrance. And before I even forget, please welcome the debut. And please welcome for the debut, lovely Tom's wife, Arlene Nicholson. So,
hi, Arlene. Thank you for having me. I'm glad I'm home this time.
Oh, is that what happened? You just never were home? Darn it. That's why. Tom, we should have rescheduled then. I mean, come on now. Well, I just want to quickly begin with Tom. What have you been up to? I mean, I know last we sort of talked. You were you were working on some project. I think it was a book. I know music-wise. What can you discuss right now, real quick?
Actually, we're in the midst of finishing a CD that's about all like some haunted places in New England. And the CD, I'm playing all the instruments on it, like over 20 something instruments. And it's all being recorded on the studio, no AI. And it's going to come with a booklet that tells a little story about the song, the place in the song. So it's really cool, and little histories and haunts. And we were working on a book on lighthouses, but we couldn't do it because a lot of the lighthouses did not want to go with being haunted for some reason. So we're like, okay, so right now we're just working on a book of birth and death, superstitions, rites, and things like that of colonial New England, and one on graveyards.
Ooh. Just any particular type of graveyard, or just like in general?
Haunted graveyards, yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming in different, like in general, then, not a specific place. I'm assuming. So we'll just go with that.
But I'm really excited about the birth and death traditions and superstitions in early New England. I mean, it's colonial. It's really fascinating. Yeah, it really is. I mean, we have a melting pot of people that were here from all over, and with that, they brought their beliefs, and some of it is quite bizarre. It's
always bizarre, I thought.
It's New England.
That's better. Yes.
It is New England. You know what? Since we have Arlene here, finally, you know what, Arlene? I'm going to put you on the spot for a minute because I already asked Tom, so Tom's already safe on this question. So, Arlene, what got you into this, I guess, the mysterious beyond, of just all these different phenomenon? Especially with your photography.
No, he's not going to be safe on this one. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tell it like it is. So Tom and I have been friends for many, many years. We were best friends before we were married. And, I was a photographer. That's how I made my living. And Tom did what Tom does. It was always interesting. So he always knew the coolest spots to hang out and go visit, and really bizarre places. Go figure, right? So I used to go along with him on his excursions. Now, I did not believe in ghosts at all, and we would go to I'll never forget Ramtail. Yeah, he took me there, and I was busy taking pictures, and I'd look over and I'd see Tom holding his recorder. And I'm looking around, there's nobody there. He's talking to invisible people. So I thought he was just playing nuts. I mean, a super nice guy, but I think he was a little bit off there. I'm used to unusual people, so it didn't bother me that much. And, I just we hung out with them all the time. I mean, one time 3:00 in the morning, you were sitting on my front porch, and you were telling me a spooky story about someplace.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. So I made him drive me there about 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and I'm going right down the road.
Yeah.
It's only like 4 or 5 miles. Let's go.
Yeah. So we got there, and it was the creepiest place I ever saw in my life. It was a peninsula.
Yeah.
And, a few miles away from our house, it was pitch black. So I'm sitting in the car. He goes, come on, let's go. I'm like, nope. I wouldn't get out of the car. It was just so creepy. And I honestly didn't get into the paranormal for a few years after that. And it was when I saw my first ghost.
Yeah.
At Ramtail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what was that? He said, yeah, you just had a paranormal experience, a vision.
That was Pele Walker.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, with his lantern. And then I couldn't get enough of it. I had to read everything I could. I was like picking his brain, and it was like I was just like addicted to it at that point.
He's one of those people who's got to study every single book on the subject.
Yeah. And and anything that it could have been, and why I couldn't explain it logically, then I was like, yeah, there really is something. There really is something to this. So we're vindicated. I don't think you're that crazy anymore.
Too much.
Not too much. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. That sounds like my lady in a way. Like when we met, we kind of met with a weird photography type thing that a mutual friend of ours did. Ours was supposed to be like Faces of Death type of scene. I was supposed to be murdered out in the snow, but because of the rain, all the snow melted away basically, and so I got murdered in the bathtub. So my lady, my lady was the murderer with my own double-bladed axe thing that I have, and so anyway, she was into like the paranormal and stuff, but not into it. But as soon as we got together and stuff, she knows how much I like my haunted location, just learn or whatever. And as soon as we started to go to the cemetery, do cemetery walks or mysterious places, she kind of got into it more herself. So now it's like this past weekend, she was like, too bad the weather is crappy because I'm in the mood to go for a cemetery walk right now. I'm like, I know, and it's shitty right now.
Right.
So I totally feel that aspect from your end, Arlene. So it's kind of cool that happened, though. She wants to get into photography more, which, speaking of which, because I haven't seen your work prior to like some of the other stuff that Thomas showed me, especially with your book, like where did I just put it? And my cat is sitting on it. Nope. Like with this, like the history of vampires in New England for people. There's some black and white photos, but like I'm just curious, Arlene, when it comes to your photography in general, have you ran into any like challenges at all between how you would photograph someone for like photography versus something for like the paranormal, I guess?
Well, I think a lot of it is with the lighting that you use and the angles that you're using, what focal length you're using for your shot. I mean, you can always like manipulate things a little bit, by altering those, those various things that, are at your fingertips. And, I shoot a lot of pictures. So I like to try, every single angle I can, different light situations. And, it's just comparing, one shot to the next and which one looks best for that particular situation.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I've also heard like, I don't know if you guys do it, but like when they say when it comes to like gravestones, depending on if it's upright facing or just like a little plaque, I guess, for lack of word, and they say you want to block the sunlight a little bit, or you kind of want to somehow aim the sunlight onto the stone in a way so that it kind of brings out more detail or something to that effect.
Yeah, that is probably one of the most challenging
Some people use mirrors,
photos to take. Yeah, you can use mirrors, that sort of thing. But it is probably what is really difficult is, the really old stones, they get covered with the moss and,
Yep.
and you can't really touch that because, you can compromise the stone itself. So, in that situation, you have to just take what you have and
do the best you can.
you do the best you can. A lot of times, depending on how the light is hitting it, you can just change your angle a little bit. But it is quite a challenge because it's nothing that you can clean off or anything like that. We would never compromise anything like that. You have to research the cemetery itself.
Nice. Yeah, I've actually last year begun to learn, even by just reading a book and some videos, how to wash stone properly with and scrape in and brush in very carefully and stuff like that. But I have some of my work, but not right in here, unfortunately, to actually bring up. So because if I would have known, I would have been talking about cleaning gravestones. I probably would have. But unless I do have some somewhere, but could probably take a look while we're talking. But yeah, so I guess I'm trying to think here. So I know Tom was saying when he gets a project or he reaches out to the publisher contacts you guys or however that works. Like how, I guess, let's just clarify it this way. So Tom, are you seeking out the next book location or is your publisher reaching out to you of, hey, could you do like a book on this? Like last time we sort of talked, it was, what was it? Haunted Route 44, I think.
Yeah, both actually, because they've reached out for us to do 3 different books. They said, "Oh, yeah, we need somebody to do this book. Would you like to do it?" And we're like, "Okay." We did Haunted Litchfield County in Connecticut that way. No one wanted to do it. And they asked if we'd like to do it.
And we didn't know a whole lot about it at the time either.
So we started going there and hanging out. And it was a really cool book.
Nice.
Litchfield's awesome.
Well, I got a suggestion that you guys can do, or a couple places here in Vermont. One is Wilson Castle, and the other one is Emily's Bridge. You guys should check that out.
Oh, Emily's Bridge, we've been there.
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah, that was in our haunted.
Yeah, we've been there. It's kind of cool.
Kind of cool. Yeah, I've been there and been scratched. So,
did you ever see anything there?
Well, you got scratched. Yeah.
Not with my own eyes, but through stuff that we have captured on film. There's definitely something going on there. So I can at least say that much. So I actually have pictures of when the scratches appeared on my back and stuff like that. Ironically, when we went, it was July 3rd of 2012, like around midnight, and it was like 61 degrees out, but we were seeing our breath.
Really?
So so there was definitely something going on that night.
Is that close by where you live, or?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half away or so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Meanwhile, Wilson Castle is like a 5-minute drive for me. So it's not bad. Yeah. I don't know if you know more about that castle or not, but there's some stuff going on there. They call one of the phenomenon like the lady in the mirrors. There's always a lady. They don't know who it is yet, but it's some lady in some sort of old gown that just appears in mirrors if you're lucky to get the shot. So it's creepy.
Cool.
Yep. And I went there and investigated almost 2 years ago, and that night was just chaotic. Let's just say that. That was the first time I was able to witness my first like disembodied voice in real time, like with my own ears, no equipment.
Oh, isn't that something?
Yes, with something.
It's
I was just
weird.
like, it is.
Yeah.
Like I think have the video, since we're talking technically for, the paranormal day, but yeah, let me see real quick. But yeah, it was cool. So basically, just to set this up, it was, we were in Sarah's room, and we were using the spirit box, but at the time, the guy who was doing the spirit box shut the device off and kind of just let the silence kind of do its thing. And then, well, out of nowhere, a hello came in. So without further ado, here's the video.
Well, looks like a device like going off or something.
Maybe it's one of the REM pods on the 3rd floor.
Maybe.
I just heard that too.
So yeah, so there's the hello.
Oh, that's great. I love
Yeah.
it when that happens.
Oh yeah. Well, what was even cool is before that, we heard footsteps. But what was also interesting is that you guys saw in the video, there's like that tripwire for like the EMF kind of thing. When the footsteps actually happened, that device never went off, which meant the footsteps either came from the stairs that wasn't close by to where the tripwire was, or it came from across the room, from the other room. So that's how interesting that was. And yeah, I mean, the list goes on for what happened that night, but that will always be my favorite. I think that disembodied voice in real time, because yeah, it was just cool. But speaking of videos, you guys have one too. What would you guys like to talk about that one? Something about the flashlight turns on.
Yeah, when
Oh, wow.
yeah, this is Arlene's room when we're doing one of the Dining with the Dead events, and room 24 was the way with the operating room, and I was setting up the equipment, and I just had I needed the flashlight because I could see a little better because the lights on the other side of the room. So I turned off the flashlight, and it's one of those mag lights, a very expensive one. It's not one of those cheap ones you can just turn on a little bit and it'll go on and off. It's either on or it's off. And I put it on the mantle, and during one of the investigations, one of the groups, there's 2 kids that are standing there. You see them look behind them, and they later said that something actually brushed behind them, like something was walking behind them, between them and the fireplace mantle, and then the flashlight turns on.
Oh, geez, Crimer. Well, let's take a look, shall we?
Yeah, let's play it.
That's a good point.
You're going to see the 2 kids look.
Samantha, okay. Did you hear what Samantha said?
You see the kids looking behind them, isn't it?
Hello.
Oh, flashlight, she asked it too. I know.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I would say. Wow.
It takes a lot of energy to be able to turn a flashlight on.
That's a mag light too. That's not one of those cheap dollar store ones you buy where you can just fiddle with the on off thing to turn it and tap a table and it goes on and off at will. Those are like the $20-something mag lights. And when I shut it off because I don't want to waste the battery. Also, we want good lights like that because if you're in the dark, you need something good.
Oh, gee, yeah, that's crazy. Meanwhile, so we got, since this is on the the topic of haunted places and stuff in general. So last time, Tom, we talked about this image right here. So, so this is interesting because I remembered when we talked about it, I hadn't seen the image at first. So I was trying to ask you, like, so was Arlene in, the reflection at all? Was she, off to the side? Like, how were you doing it? You can clearly tell Arlene is not even in the photo at all, because even with this woman's hand that you can see, there's no camera in her hand. and it's like she just, kind of doing like the normal hand gesture thing that you would when you're walking into a room, like almost like, can I help you, in a way. At least that's what I'm getting out of this. But anyway, just I don't know who would like to go first to help me describe this, but I guess Arlene, let's give you a little bit. How would you describe this photo?
Okay, well, it was just a typical day on the job, shooting the pictures and everything. And I didn't notice anything unusual when I shot it. Now, this was on a wall, so nobody could be in back of it or beside it. It was just me. You weren't even there.
No, I was just way off somewhere else.
Yeah, me taking the picture. And as I mentioned before, like different angles and everything, I shot a few different angles, and that one I found the most mysterious. And the funny thing is, I didn't notice the picture at first. The woman with the hands, that's definitely not me.
No.
The glass could not, I wouldn't wear those types of clothes anyway. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I wouldn't wear that outfit.
And the face has a pointed chin.
Yeah, the face has a very pointed chin. And you can tell the clothes are very old-fashioned looking, like something that would be not of this era at all, not of the century. It was, really unusual. And I was more looking at the lighting and things like that, and it wasn't until after it was printed, because that was 35 millimeter, by the way. That was not digital at all, and that was on the negative as well. So
that was even on the negative.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
That's crazy.
So I found that really, really interesting. That's probably one of the most mysterious, and I wouldn't say creepy so much, but just the most interesting picture I think I've ever taken.
Well, it's you. I wouldn't want to say creepy either, but
it's eerie.
Well, maybe not scary, but she almost had like a stern facial expression. Like she's not smiling. She's just like, I don't know, like there's no smile. It's like that stone cold face, kind of like, like, yes, I'm here kind of thing.
Right.
So I just noticed that now, which is interesting. But wow, like that's such a cool little capture. And and since you guys do the film, I'm just curious, like, have you noticed a difference if you have tried it, Arlene, between taking actual film and digital? Like, have you tried doing both? Or
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I actually personally prefer the old school way. I like. I mean, we actually still have a dark room in the basement here.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's a very, I think it's more accurate. I mean, with digital, it picks up every little, piece of dust. I noticed that people see a lot more orbs with digital, because it picks up like every little speck of dust, and every little minute little insect that's flying by, especially in video.
Yeah.
So
that picture was of Hannah Sawyer at the Three Chimneys, and she actually committed suicide. She hung herself in her bedroom.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what that portrait was.
Oh wow.
That's why we shot the picture. Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, just out of curiosity, Arlene, I know you just mentioned you didn't know she was there, but did you feel anything at all? Like there was something off or anything?
Well, the whole place, I mean, anytime you walk into some place, I'm not like particularly sensitive. I mean, I don't consider myself, any more sensitive than anyone else, maybe a little bit more aware of things that are going on, of the atmosphere and everything. But actually, no, the place seemed quite pleasant, which is maybe why she's still there.
Really?
Oh, yeah, totally.
I mean, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel threatened. I mean, just that eerie feeling, of,
like you're
knowing
being watched or something.
that woman, that was a portrait of someone who, young, beautiful young woman who committed suicide.
Oh yeah,
So I always get that, a little bit
Mhm.
of sadness going through me, but
Mm.
it had nothing to do with the ghost at all. It's just, I felt bad for the story, what
Oh
the
yeah,
woman had gone through, what the girl had gone through. She was
Mm.
young. What was she, 17?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what did she do? Did she have like a bad run-in with her man or something?
No, don't know.
They don't know.
We never know what.
Oh man,
It's just
That's crazy.
depression.
it could very well be. And if people wondering why my camera just shaked, it was because my cat is gone now. So
Oh,
cat is gone now. But yeah, it's a cool little photo, and yeah, I was just like looking at it the first time around when Tom sent it, and I'm just like, oh, this is interesting. And I'm just like, yeah, she's not holding the camera, so it's definitely not Arlene. So it's just like,
Yeah.
that's so cool though. So
and
yeah,
the publisher loved it as well.
Mm.
That's why they
I
wanted to
bet.
keep that cover.
the
it's-
cover.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, on the back.
on the back cover.
plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what it
New
for
Hampshire.
Haunted New Hampshire? Oh, okay. So it was on the back. Okay, interesting. Well, maybe I'll tell my friend who kind of mentioned that. I should say, that photo I sent you, right? Look at the book again and turn it around. Look at the back
Yeah,
cover.
Yeah, the inside back cover.
Inside back cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make a mental note for her then. So yeah, real quick then, you bring up a good point about digital. I mean, I hate it when people think it's always something in the camera too. Like it's gotta be something. And I know they really want it to be something, right? That's why they're trying to take it. Then you bring up a good point too, like it's particle, dust, insect. I mean, there are 20 odd more things you could say that it is. So unfortunately, but I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, Arlene, but there's no way to really fake a real film or something, right? Like you can't digital tie something into it or make something appear when it shouldn't be on a real film, right?
Well, I spent a lot of years as a wedding photographer
Mhm.
and, portrait photographer and so forth. And I used to do double, triple exposures all the time. It was very easy to do, once you learn how to do it. I mean, so yeah, there's ways to do it.
They captured someone in a wine glass and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I used to have people I used to have like a ghost image of the couple like at the back of the church and things like that. Yeah. And that was way before I was trying to make ghost images.
Would that be, well, in a way that almost sounds like I think the term is spirit photography, right? Right, Tom?
Yeah, that's what they did before. Yeah, that goes way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But
But
it's not. It's just an artistic
What was
way
it, William
to take a
Mumler
picture.
or something? He started doing that in the 1800s.
Interesting. Have you tried? I forget. I'm trying to remember the term. So, Arlene, if you know it, great. If not, then I guess I'm going to have to relook at what this term is. But I know there's a way for photographers now to. I'm probably going to butcher the word. So, to capture somebody's aurora or aroma, whatever.
The aura.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the aura.
Yeah,
Kirlian photography was part of that.
Right.
right.
And
Have you tried that at all? I'm just curious.
I prefer to look at auras in real life. You can actually view your own aura. So I do that at ghost hunting
You
sometimes.
put your finger like this
Yeah, you go
in
like
front
this.
of a white light, and you can actually see the energy going between them.
What you want to do is right as your fingers meet, you kind of stare at it and you pull your fingers apart ever so slightly. And you can see like the aura glow between your fingers. It's very fascinating.
It's
Just
funny.
now I
you know,
saw blue, which means I'm pretty well relaxed.
it's kind of funny because you have a whole group going like this.
Yeah.
It works really well in front of a white wall or in front of
A white wall. Okay.
white,
Yeah.
white piece of paper. You can do it on your desk even.
Okay.
And now,
Just
and now everybody thinks I'm a total whack nut.
We learned that in
Aren't-
elementary school too. You know, so it's
I
kinda
thought we're
cool.
all total whack nuts when we're talking about this type of stuff, because I mean, everybody always thinks of a way that, oh, you guys are something, but yeah. But
Hey,
what do
but
you
we have
guys?
fun, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's interesting because I never before I got into the phenomenon myself. Just a little backstory for Arlene is basically it found me. I wasn't searching for it basically. So once I started to notice it, of course, I took interest in it because it was just well, that's strange. And then you start to see ghost hunters and all that, and then it's just oh, this is interesting, and just how we talked about at the beginning, we just want to get books and start reading everything to figure out what the hell is going on. So,
yeah.
Well, I had him so I could pick his brain, and it's a very big brain. So,
well, yeah. I mean, from
He's
what
a
I
wealth
hear,
of
he's got
information.
hundreds and hundreds of books. From what I hear, so. But what do you guys have that you wanted to share? I already know Tom brought something. I saw a photo or something. Maybe that's not something, but
Oh, I got. Well, Arlene brought up a really good point. It was October 30th, actually, right? Remember, it was Halloween at the Colonial Inn when we were there, and WBZ
oh yes, this
was
is so cool.
wanted to do a story on it because it was ranked as one of the top haunted places in the country, and we're doing these events there, So they got the reporter to come in for WBZ TV out of Boston, and she was with us in room 27, the morgue, actually, as they call it, and
Which is directly downstairs from where the flashlight went off, which was the
Yeah.
oh,
operating
gee,
room. Yeah.
so Jordan Jagalinza, that was her name, and so these I'm going to play these in a row. Now we're there with there, and then there's some of the event managers are there, and that kind of thing, all in this room. We're getting ready. We're going to do the show live. It's a 5-minute segment live. So she asks this. She goes, "Is this called the Colonial Inn or the Concord Colonial Inn?" And we call it both. And you're going to hear the spirit box. Now we have a spirit box going. So this is what we all heard together.
Do you guys just go by the Colonial Inn or Concord's? Concord's Colonial Inn. Okay.
Is this the microphone? Yeah, I'll play it again.
Do you guys just go by the Colonial Inn or Concord's? Concord's Colonial Inn. Okay.
huh?
I can play it loud. Oh, wait. I can play this very loud. Hang on. Uh-oh. We're all going to blow them right out of the water.
Oh, boy.
You'll be flying across the room. Hang on.
He scares me when he does this.
Already opened.
Already
Now,
open.
in SB7 mode.
Wait a minute.
It's my speaker. I know. It's cool. All right, now go.
Do you guys just go by the Colonial Inn or Concord's? Concord's Colonial Inn. Okay.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so she's doing that, right? And we both said, "Oh, we got both," right? Now she goes like this. We're gonna go on in about 4 minutes or 5 minutes, right? Then she says 4, and then the spirit box goes 5.
Okay, could you tell Felicity that I think we'll hit 5? I mean, I'm sorry, 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
5.
and we thought that was pretty funny because then she has to call her producer.
Oh, this is really
because her producer is going to give her the countdown. When ready, go, you're live, because it was live. So she's going, I got to call my producer, and the spirit box says Brianna twice, and she freaks out.
Rihanna. Rihanna works at our station. Really?
That's the name of the producer she was calling.
Oh my God.
She didn't say anything. She goes, I just got to call my producer now. And she's dialing and the thing goes, Brianna.
Oh man.
And so to make things even better, we're on live now. And, she's like talking to the spirit box and putting the microphone up there and everything. And she goes, I guess they're a little camera shy here. And you're going to hear the thing go, sorry.
This is hilarious.
I think the ghost might be a little camera shy. We heard the one response.
Sorry. That's awesome. I wish they're polite.
Yeah, when we did it at Fox Nation, we did an episode there, and the host of Spirit Box, she asked us a few questions and it answered, and we thought she was going to run, but she loved it. We let them use the equipment for the night to finish filming the episode of the show.
Yes. So
Nice.
the Concord Colonial was very, very active.
Yeah.
You guys are going back to it, aren't you?
Yeah.
We are this week.
Oh yeah, this week, this Tuesday coming up.
Yeah.
What a great time to come back.
Yeah, 250th.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys are, for those that may not know, if this is your first time hearing about Tom and Arlene's work, sort of more Tom's sake. But I mean, again, it's a pleasure to always talk to Arlene too, finally. But yeah, you guys run a Dining with the Dead 10/31, which is obviously Halloween. You guys have been doing that for a while now. So, and you guys are, rocking this year already. So what's that like anyway? You guys are busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun busy though.
Yeah.
Totally.
We really get to meet the coolest people. We go to the coolest places and the most haunted places.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like the people that come to our events are
really like
it's so great to spend a whole evening with like-minded people. And
right.
And they're curious, they're engaging. I mean, we've been doing this for years and years. We have a lot of close friends who we met through Dining with the Dead.
They love it because they get to break into groups and investigate each area in turn. And there's all equipment. Each investigator in those rooms has their own equipment, then their own style. So now they get to learn other people's styles too, as well.
Exactly.
And it's really great because they're actually investigating a place they never would be able to normally. And we do a lot of giveaways. We give away a lot of food. We give a lot of cool stuff. And of course, we have great buffets. We can do buffets.
Oh, the food doesn't hurt.
Yeah. And we go over all the evidence afterwards, and we send it to everybody. And we tell them, if you were using your phone for recording or you brought equipment and you captured something, send it to us, because we need to send it to everybody, because everybody was part of the investigation, even if they weren't in that room at the time.
So everybody actually can see everything that happened that night. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Everybody, they do become the investigator.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
They really are. They're as much a part of it, more than we are. Really, we're just there to guide and, show them. And we just join right in. We do it as a team.
We show them how to use the equipment, what we have, and we're all using it.
So between both of you, Arlene, we'll start with you. What equipment do you like the most, I guess? Like what do you feel works best, that gives you the best response or whatever?
Well, of course, I enjoy working with the modern technology, the spirit box, and the cameras and everything else. But I think what I like to stick with more is more of the esoterical side of it. I like to read tarot cards, which kind of prompts the EVPs, because tarot was around for so many centuries that it resonates with spirits from way back to last year till now. Mm-hmm. And I also like to use dowsing rods. It's really interesting when we're doing an EVP session or something like that. And we show people how to use them, the proper way to use them, and to get the best results. And if we're doing like an EVP session, when we're looking at the cameras afterwards, you can see people holding the rods and they're answering the correct, all the same way for yes, all the same way for no. And the rods are from several different people point in the same direction.
And they're not really even looking at each other.
Yeah, they're not looking at each other. They're just concentrating, sometimes with their eyes closed. And, so I find it quite fascinating.
Yeah, I've last year I would borrowed a book from my library. I want to say it was called The Art of Dowsing. That was a very interesting read. And I have my own little dowsing rod set myself, but I haven't really gone out to try it yet. I should probably do that this year since the weather is finally warming up, for crying out loud. I guess out of you two real quick for dowsing rod, how would, like, for somebody like me, how would you describe what I should first do to understand the rods, I guess?
Program.
Yeah, the first thing you want to do is, if you have, no matter what type of rods that you have, you want to hold them in such a way that you're showing the rods how to answer. Basically, that's called programming the rods. So you're holding them, say if you had the L rods, you're holding them by the copper cuff, and you concentrate and you put the intention there that yes would be the rods would spin this way or move that way. No would be the opposite, this way. Ready for
crisscross.
Yeah, ready for question straight ahead. Now you can program them however you feel comfortable, however your energy feels they should go. So some people do it the opposite. So, this would be yes, that's no. But I like to do it body language style, so I won't forget. But it's really interesting because at first, I was thinking, before I was really, really into, ghost hunting, before I really got into it, I used to think it was crazy. These people walking around with these rods, what the hell are they doing, But when you think about it, dowsing has been around for centuries as well. They still use dowsing rods today in a lot of municipalities to find water under the ground. Water is energy.
Yeah, they have them in their trucks.
They have, and spirits are energy. So it makes sense that the dowsing rods would be able to connect with spirits the same way it does water.
Yeah. Yeah, that brings up a good point. And not only do you need, you could also use different type of item too. Like I heard a clothes hanger, sticks. I think I've heard.
Oh yeah, like a willow. They use Y-shape. That's
apple. Yeah.
That's
so
like the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, so there's different ways to do it. You just don't, like, for me, like, I got my own, and I'm talking to, like, whoever's watching this or listening to this. Like, I bought my own dowsing rod thing just because, well, why not? It's cool. It came with a pendulum too, so I mean, I couldn't pass up on a bundle between a pendulum and the dowsing rod.
So they both work. They work on the same
principle.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, sort of. I mean, I guess it goes back to how you were talking about, Arlene, with programming it. I mean, you can get it to spin or go back and forth. Right. Or maybe even go the opposite way of spinning. Maybe that could actually be a different answer for all I know.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, for all I know, it could very well just be like, like this way for me would be yes, and then going the opposite direction would be like no or something.
Oh, exactly.
It could be, yeah.
That's exactly how you would do it. Whatever feels comfortable for you. If you feel comfortable with that particular direction, then that's going to work for you.
Yeah. We actually give them away as giveaways, door prizes. The pendulum with a mat that actually has a mat that says yes, no, maybe. Yeah. Well, I can get one. It's right over here. Hang on.
That's funny. Well, while he's grabbing that real quick, so like just out of curiosity, Arlene, I know you were talking about the crisscross or going away.
Mhm.
What would you call it if the thing is just spinning? Like if the rod itself is just spinning?
Okay. Well, that usually 9 out of 10 times, that's when your hands are moving in such a way that they can move ever so slightly. It will cause them to turn around. So you want to straighten them out
Resetting,
again.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to reset.
Be
It
more
takes a very,
conscious.
very steady hand in order to make them work. And sometimes they will do that if your hands are perfectly steady. And that's just like confusion. Maybe clarify your question.
Well, I guess so I'm thinking if I'm holding, oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, it's like one of those spin boards.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And,
So you just hold the pendulum over that.
and shoot,
Yep.
shoot, shoot.
Yeah. And
And it
yeah.
go. And you wait for the answer.
Well, right, yeah, and then wherever it swings, how would you go by like where it swings first, right?
But yeah, more
Yeah.
than like, yeah.
Now this has a whole lot of things on it.
Yes,
maybe-
no, maybe, rephrase.
Yeah, and basically what you really just want is yes, no.
Yeah.
Rephrase,
Rephrase.
Yeah, you don't need anything more complicated than that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so we give these away with a pendulum as one of our giveaways.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
People love them. They like to use them. It's something, they can use it right there that night.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they're already got their own equipment if they didn't bring anything. So there they
There
go.
you go.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I know you guys have tons of stories, but Arlene, out of curiosity, out of all the places that you have gone, especially with the book that you help with photographing, this might be hard, obviously, but out of all of them so far, what one would you say you really enjoyed the most as far as like being able to visit and capturing the image, I guess?
Well, that probably would be Ramtail, where I started off about, maybe I'm just, a little bit partial to Ramtail anyway, because it's like one of my favorite spots. It's peaceful. The history there is, just amazing. We've gotten a lot of evidence there. It seems like every time we go, if it's like, if it's at night, during the day, and broad daylight, we get, we get some type of, activity, some type of answers to our questions. We've gotten a lot of good evidence there. As far as photography goes, I could spend a day, a week, just like taking pictures of nature and, the beautiful scenery,
The ruins.
Yeah, it's just like an amazing place, and it's got a great atmosphere.
What about your picture of Haunted Rhode Island?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was really interesting
The
too.
monastery in Cumberland.
Yeah, it's
Cumberland, yep.
yeah. I think that's Tom's favorite picture of all the books.
It is. It was
Well-
natural. They couldn't do anything to it. You know how they alter the pictures
I don't like
to
it
put the
when they
cover?
do that.
This on Haunted Rhode Island, they couldn't touch it. It was absolutely incredibly fantastic the way it looked.
Well, we had to wait a little while
Mm.
because I wanted the sun to come right through to a certain angle. And if you look at it, if you just look at that, it doesn't look that impressive, to be honest. But in the photograph, I was actually laying on the ground and shooting upwards, so it looked like very majestic. And the monastery is a beautiful place to visit anyway. So,
Oh yeah.
Nine Men's Misery is in the same place as where that
One of
that
King
cover
Philip's
photo
War
was.
ghost
Yeah.
stories. Yeah.
So it's but I mean, I have a lot of favorite places.
Yeah, I think I found the cover you're talking about. Let me see if this is it.
Haunted Rhode
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that looks like it's huge. Now I'm 5'2". It's not much bigger than me.
The doorway. About, 5'8". It looks massive.
And that's so. First off, I just want to say, if you guys didn't tell me this was a photograph, I would probably almost feel like this was some sort of paint-in flash photo, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Because
doctored up and
Yeah. And
because it does. Yeah, sorry, it does look like that. Is there a window in that building too, or the sunlight really hitting the back wall in there?
well, there was no roof on that little area because there was a fire there years ago, and the roof
it was
burned
just
out.
it was just like it wasn't a full opening, but it's just in the angle. And this was 35 millimeter, and there was no Photoshop or anything. Which is,
That's a,
I like real photography, if that makes sense.
No, I feel you there. Yeah. If I got to learn digital way, unfortunately, I never was taught the film way. Well, I was. I mean, I had a disposable camera, but I know that's not the same. So, but yeah, I mean, that's an awesome picture. It's like I said, I love it when you can stare at a place and like you said, it's a gorgeous shot. And as you said, you're waiting for the right sun to hit that spot. So I'm assuming that looks like evening, obviously late evening, maybe early sunset.
No, it was during the golden hour, so it was like right before sunset. That's why you got the the lighting on the leaves, the chiaroscuro they call it on the leaves, where the lighting's kind of shining right through. So
that's beautiful. Yeah,
the other things I don't know.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm trying to think if there's I don't have the book in front of me, so I don't even know what's even on that cover right now. You might have it in front of you, Tom. Is the Haunted Vermont one? Was that the Bowman Mansion?
Yeah, it was. That was a Bowman Mansion. Yep. Taken in the snow.
Yes.
Taken in the snow. Yep. That's why it would work at the white backdrop for it. Yeah.
And they altered that a little though, but not too much.
They altered in front of Haunted New Hampshire. Yeah,
because the actual picture.
The actual picture. The actual picture is inside. The outside, the cover shot. I'm still not very happy about that picture.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was a long time
Again,
ago.
we had to. We waited most of the day for that perfect moment to arrive, because I wanted the sun to be shining and back of the castle and just outlining it. Which it did work out. It came out beautiful.
Yeah, it was very ominous and really cool.
But you can see it.
Yeah,
inside
the book.
It's black and white, but the color shot was beautiful.
Yeah,
but it's
that one.
Yeah,
but that was they animated it, or whatever you call it.
Oh yeah, like the outer. Yeah.
They love to do that stuff.
It was. Yeah. They made an illustration out of it instead of using the photograph.
Yeah. So, just out of curiosity, between Haunted New Hampshire to Haunted Rhode Island, what I guess was it Haunted Rhode Island first and then Haunted New Hampshire, or was it vice versa?
Yeah, Rhode Island first, then New Hampshire.
Why did they do that then? Because the Haunted Rhode Island one is perfect the way it is, and then that kind of just looks plain and simple, like And now that you say that about the outer glow, not to cut you off, Arlene, sorry, I'm just like, wow, that's how
the photograph looked. And I still have the original photograph.
Oh yeah, we do, because it was 35 millimeters.
Inside it wasn't illustrated. They had the original, but of course it was in black and white, so you don't get to see the various shades of the green, the outline and.
Well, they added it, so
Well, we do have the original photos still.
Yeah, that's. I wonder if it's that shadow effect is what they call the inner shadow, or maybe outer shadow. I forget what it's called in Photoshop, but they definitely added multiple things.
It was animated. I don't know how they did that. At first they had like little cartoon eyes coming out of the windows.
In a skeleton.
In a skeleton. and
Cartoon skeleton in
and
one of the windows.
they did agree to take those out.
Oh boy. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can see what they were thinking, the thought process.
Yeah,
from
they just
there.
wanted to animate it a little bit more, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think here. You guys have done so much anyway. There's something that I'm not, not thinking of that you guys want to talk about real quick to share something because
Okay. Yeah, we actually we were on the Dark Echoes television series for Amazon Prime, and we're filming,
In Hulu.
in Hulu and
A couple of other
Apple,
things, yeah.
And right now we're working on a pilot that's gonna for Netflix called The Dark Awaits, and we're in that.
Okay.
And what?
With our good friend.
With our good friend, yep,
No.
Matthew Kondracki and John Griffin, and they're
very talented.
Yeah, they're actually, Matt is the one who came up with the idea, and he's really into it. Very talented. Works a lot in the film biz and everything, and so we're like, yeah, we'll do it with you. And so we've been, we find the places and we go there. It's really cool because it is a reality show. There's no script. They get GoPros.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, there's no script. Yeah. It's reality. You'll see.
Oh, that's similar. Wait.
Well, yeah, like the other show, we don't have a script. You don't have to say like, cut. You were looking at, look scared. What happens. What doesn't happen. Right. So you'll hear Matt sometimes swearing, and in certain countries they keep it. They'll say, "What the beep?"
And it was the top. Rated, one of the top rated paranormal programs in, was it Britain?
Paraflix, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Britain, yeah.
Thank you.
I think it was
in
right
Ireland,
at the top.
Yeah.
He's very big in Britain.
In
Europe. Yeah.
But because of that, because it is real, they're not. You're not scripting. You're not spending a week in the place. It's one night and that's it. One evening.
But we do it, because we love, just going to these places and being with friends. I mean, Matt's a great friend. And, John, and we just have a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. And it's not like work or anything like that. It's just, it's a great project.
And they get guest investigators to come in and, work too. So that's kind of cool.
That does sound cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we do? Oh, I was a priest in the.
Oh, yes.
That's funny. This movie.
Well, this is something you can't talk about.
Yeah, I can't talk about. All I can tell you is, believe it or not,
we don't want you getting in trouble.
Yeah.
What?
Of all parts I could play, I played a priest. I'm like, boy, did you miscast? But they liked it.
That's for sure. No.
But they liked it. It worked. It was fun.
I thought you were going to be a metalhead priest, but okay, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. I just put my hair back and look modern. That's all.
Yeah, that had to have been an experience and a half, though.
But yeah, we've been busy doing lots of little things like that, along with Dining with the Dead and talks and stuff. Investigations.
Yeah. Speaking of Paraflex, I think it's going to be out in November. I don't have it in front of me to know for sure, but I should be on some lady's Paraflex show in November. Disembodied Voices it's called.
Really?
Who is it that puts it on?
It's on Paraflex.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Disembodied Voices. So you can hear my crazy stories for an hour, however long that show runs. So I think it goes for all of November. For all I know, I can't remember.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you gotta keep us updated on that.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Patty.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah. I've been on a few podcasts just to share my stories because now I'm almost 39 this year. I know that's not saying much. I know. Anyway, I figured, I'm not getting any younger. I might as well share what has happened to me, and if anybody has something similar, it'd be great. It'd be another way for them to be like, well, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's great. Yeah. That's why we share everything. Yeah. Just because, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Before we end this, you know what? This would be a perfect, cool way to get somebody else's opinion because as we're talking photography, and I already know Arlene is probably gonna be mad about this because this is digital, and I apologize.
No, I like digital too.
So
I
anyway,
I don't need
yeah.
to.
No,
put it
I'm
on you
picking.
anyway.
Oh no, I'm picking
Yeah.
on you. So
Yeah,
anyway,
stop that.
speaking of like weird things, right? So to help set this up for the first couple images, right? I don't know if this is gonna fit all of it, but so this is around the first time before I really started to get into the paranormal seriously. Okay. Well, let me keep going then. So anyway, we took a joyride out October of 2011. We went to the cemetery at who knows how late it was in the game. But speaking of particles and weird stuff that you can capture, right? This is one of the weird captures we had gotten. So, like, I would almost say it's particles in the air, and I hate to say it like this, but if you're one of those people that kind of, when you look at an image and you start seeing faces, like I can almost see like two faces forming in the upper
Yeah,
left.
I can see that. It's I'm always fascinated with with shapes of clouds and
Oh, look, Yankee
Yeah.
Doodle Duck.
yeah, I know it.
Yeah. So
It's tough to tell what's paranormal and what's pareidolia,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so like with this image, here's the next one. You get this weird fog by the tree, right?
Mhm.
And of course, you're just like, okay, that's interesting. But then when you take another picture, it's gone.
I'm seeing
So-
faces.
That's a
On the
tree.
previous one, it looked like a woman looking down.
Right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
right there.
yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh my God.
Do you see it?
The nose,
think-
pointy nose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
the
got a
chin.
pointy nose. Yeah,
I didn't see that at first.
yeah.
That's
I'm
interesting.
always
Yeah.
looking for faces, I guess.
Yeah. That's the
It was-
problem with me. I feel like every time I take a picture, I see something like that. And that's
Yeah.
why I need to stop doing it. I feel like. But anyway, so during the night too, right? We were trying to figure out where to go next, sort of. And at the time, I want to say this now. I don't smoke anymore, but at the time, was smoking cigarettes. So, but I kept telling my friend. I told my friend to take a picture of me to my left, his right, and as I was trying to say that, I had taken a drag and say more toward, like more your right, kind of, because he kind of took a picture right at me, and I said no, like more my left, his right. So what you're gonna see is my left arm and shoulder with the
Mhm.
exhaled cigarette smoke, and then you get this over here to the right of me. So
It's like a mirror image of it.
Somewhat.
Yeah. It
Interesting.
looks like, yeah.
yeah, to me, I almost felt like it was almost like somebody in a gown, maybe a lady, that was also like reaching her hand up, maybe to say, "Hey, hi," I mean, I don't know, but it's interesting because afterwards, when I went home into Photoshop and stuff like that, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rotate and crop it so I could kind of maybe see it better. And this is what I did. So I rotated it, flipped it, kind of zoomed in a little bit, brightened it just a little bit because I wanted to see what details I could get out of that image from the original there. And that's what I had gotten. That's why I feel like it's some sort of maybe long hair flowing down with the
Yeah.
gown while
With glasses on. Do you see the
yeah.
glasses? Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. There's definitely something. I mean, I almost feel like it maybe a nose and a mouth or something. It's
I see
very
that. And I
yeah.
see the left arm as well. Right.
Yep. Oh yeah, and you can kind of make out the fingers and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
And down below, when I showed this to somebody else, they were wondering if that was bone structure, and I said honestly, when I saw this, I had no idea if that was bone or not. To be honest, I just thought it was a weird image altogether. But what's interesting to me, basically, when I was done editing it, I kind of made like my own little version of like, here's what I see. So I kind of said the face, hair, the gown, hand, I kind of was doing that. Yeah. And so anyway, we didn't think anything of it. So I'm just going to say 2012 now. I can't remember if this, the next image that we had caught and when we went back, like, I don't know. I can't remember if I'm getting messed up with the fact that 5 months later is when we actually formed a group. And maybe it was way back in May of 2012. I may be getting my dates mixed up. That's the problem with when you do this, though. You get confused with everything else. But anyway, before we set up the next part, right? So let's go back to our friendly dust particles or whatever you want to say they are. So yeah, I just find it strange though that there's one that looks like it's like a bright yellow or something. And then my favorite one is the little bottom. You got that little fairy right there. But
it looks like a heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a bug pretty much. But but I love showing it anyway. But again, we tried doing the same shot as last time, but more further away. So as I told my friend again, more to my left, his right. That's the weird sort of picture we had gotten. Is what that is right by my head. I mean, for all I know, it's something particle or bug related. I mean, I don't want to say orb for sure, but I mean, it is different. But anyway, when we were getting done for the night, we were like, okay, like we want to, what is it? We need to get going. So if you want to show up in an image, this is your final chance. And this is the image we got. Now, I will flat out say I clearly understand that anybody would probably say we took this into Photoshop and doodled this, but I will tell you right now, this is not Photoshopped. This was what, for some reason, whatever it was that we captured. And in the background, that is the road that we came from in my buddy's car. So we can debunk that right away with the red lights are and stuff like that. But yeah, this is that weird image. Now, since I don't have the EVP as a video to play it here, and I don't think I have a way to play it. But what was interesting is on the other image that I had with that thing by my head. I was wearing headphones and I was trying to record and see if I could hear anything at the same time before spirit boxes came in or whatever the hell you want to call it. Anyway, I had asked if he wanted to show himself, and as I'm trying to say the question, there's a in reply, but I didn't hear that until afterwards. So I'm wondering if this is their way of saying, "Oh yeah, we'll show ourselves to you again," and this is what we got, basically answering that EVP response. So I thought that was cool.
That is very cool.
It's interesting.
Yeah, especially if you had the EVP
to back it up.
Yeah, that went along with it. And a lot of times that one previous to that, where there was one orb over your head.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that could very possibly have been a real orb.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah, because it's hard to tell on a screen, but That's the only one that I see there. And
Yeah.
do you see any others?
Nope.
I don't see any others.
Nothing.
Usually when you're getting, one way up there, that's a dust particle. But usually when you get dust particles like that, you'll see a bunch of orbs all at once.
Right.
An individual one. So I'd have to really look at that one. It's hard to tell on the screen, but that could very possibly be.
One thing is that where you use SLR cameras, digital, which you have to actually, focus them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Where the cheaper digital cameras, like our phones and everything, do autofocus. So they're going to focus in on the first thing or largest thing they see. And if there's a dust particle that you can't see in front of that camera lens, it's going to focus in on that.
Exactly.
You may not see it, but the camera lens did. And SLRs, the digital expensive ones, you have to actually adjust that focus just like you would a 35 millimeter.
So does that mean that's Arlene's job then? Does Arlene play with
Yeah. I take a lot of pictures of haunted thumbs.
Nice. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I don't want to keep you two any longer. So I guess to say our farewells for now is, what are you two doing besides, I guess what is going on with Dining with the Dead? You guys have a lot going on with that. Is there any project coming out? What, your music album? I mean, we kind of talked about that, but is there anything as far as release wise?
Well, the only event right now that we have that isn't completely sold out, everything we have, we got 5 events up. 4 of them are sold out completely. They're oversold out. Although once you get closer, because they're in May, once you get closer, if somebody wants to go, they can always check on Eventbrite, because life happens. We have a generous refund policy. So if somebody has to cancel up until like the last week or so, we refund it. So tickets periodically become available if, somebody has to cancel. Doesn't happen very often, but we do have some.
May 20th.
We have May 20th at the public house. That's filling up quickly, but there's still probably like 8 or 9 tickets left for that one.
We just started advertising that one. That's why. Yeah, and the CD, I don't know. I'm working on it, but the funny part is, I said, this would sound great with a concertina. I got to learn how to play a concertina.
I bought you one for Christmas years ago. Oh, your mom bought you one.
Yeah, so I got to brush up on the concertina. Well, this would sound great with like a dulcimer or a sitar. So I'm practicing the parts. Each part I want to put on, I got to practice it, and then I can put it on the recording. So it takes time.
And I'm so happy he's doing this. He's probably the most talented musician I've ever met in my life. And
I thought I was the only one.
No, I met him because he taught my son guitar lessons. And
you need to teach me.
Oh God, he's an amazing musician. So I've been after him for like years and years. You've got to do this, because he plays so many different instruments. And he's a great songwriter as well. And I said, you really have to do this about haunted places, history, that sort of thing. And I bought him a 4-track recording system so that it sounds old school, so it doesn't sound AI, so it sounds like legitimate, like they did in
you can hear the little
70s.
hisses.
Yeah. So
kind of like the 8 tracks or whatever they call
he's
it.
almost done. Yeah, and I like the idea of writing the small booklet to go with it so people could follow along. And I'm so glad you're almost done with that.
The one song though I did not write was Clifford Martin Sam Eddy. Yeah. Okay. Clifford Martin Eddy. He was H.P. Lovecraft's best buddy.
Oh, yep. His
and
buddy.
Jim Dyer, the grandson, gave us some of his music that it said you can put one of these on your CD, and I said I will, because he was also a famous horror writer as well.
Yeah, so this is going to be like
this is going to be like
epic.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be good. The guy was very talented musician, very talented writer, and everything. And so it was like an honor to have Mr. Dyer say to me, "Yeah, it'd be great if you want to put one on."
That is a true honor.
Yeah,
he
so
knows
yeah.
that it's going to.
That's amazing. Yeah,
You're going to do it right.
well, I will say what we need to do is get you two up to Wilson Castle for a night, because you can stay overnight there. And I think if you guys do show up, I will definitely hang out with you two. It would be fun to investigate with both of you, and I would like to see what we all could catch anyway, because you, as far as I know, you haven't been up this way in a long time in Vermont. Where
it's been way too long.
Yeah,
exactly.
Vermont. It's been way too long. So yeah, I'm definitely all in for that.
Yeah, and my birthday's in October, so we could always maybe try to do something.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Do you mind if I ask what day? Is it 31st? Well, reversed.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's the 31st reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what is it? It falls on a Tuesday this year, but for the past couple years, I've had Friday the 13th like twice. So it was kind of funny that way. I was just like, okay, that's fun.
Well, Friday the 13th came out on October 13th in 1980. On Friday the 13th, it came out on Friday the 13th in 1980.
How do you know this?
We were there.
I was there.
No, we were there. It was at the Lonsdale Drive-In when the first showing.
Okay.
Erupted into a riot. My friend ended up driving through the fence to get his car out of there.
Oh boy. Well, okay. Well, I mean, what is it? Dining with the Dead, 1031.com. And is there any other website that you guys want to shout out?
Oh, TomD'Agostino.com. That one you can see other events we're doing, like talks, presentations, conferences, conventions, and things like that.
Or crazycatlady.com.
Oh,
only kidding.
There probably is, and it's probably taken. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So yeah. But all right, you two. Well, it was a pleasure, Arlene, to finally have you on. I'm so glad we could talk. I've been waiting to. I've been waiting to ask questions for you anyway, because I've been curious about your, photography. Since Tom was telling me that you actually use film and not digital, so it'd be nice to actually.
Well, I use both.
You use both, but you prefer the real stuff. We get it. You know what? Here's a trick question for you two, and then we'll end it with that. If you guys could go anywhere to investigate or just visit, just because of its history or folklore or ghost stories, whatever, where would you two like to go?
Ireland.
Oh gosh, Ireland, yes. Either there or heaven. No, maybe hell. That's more. More hostile. No, Ireland is that's Ireland or Iceland. We can't decide Iceland, where we're going.
Yeah,
but we are going to be celebrating our 25th anniversary.
Oh, congratulations! Yeah, hooray! So where do we send a present to, for a gift for you for the anniversary?
I'll let you know.
That sounds like a good plan to me. All right. Well, all right, everybody. Thank you for staying tuned for a month. Here's another kitty cat shot, I think.
Looks just like Blue Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, say hi, Ryder. Say hi, Ryder.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is Ryder. For everybody else, if you want to keep track of Tom's other chats with me, you can always go to hauntedvermont.org. There's an interview section that I kind of cleaned up. All you have to do is go there, click on Tom's name, and every appearance that he has been on is now there. So you don't have to I don't have to do individual links anymore. So it's all categorized. Until next time, I guess, everybody stay spooky. And if you have anything, show us, because we love to see your stuff. And together, we can all learn.